The progressive movement's got to get its act together. And the first concept that has to be embraced by the anti-war movement is that you're at war, not in Iraq, here in the United States. You're in an ideological conflict for the heart and soul of America. Well, we don't do war. Well, then you're going to get your ass kicked. All right? That's the bottom line. If your plan is to hold hands, light candles, and sing Kumbaya, the game's over. Might as well pack up and go home because the pro-war people are going to roll over you every single time. Now, I don't like proposing things that change the character of any movement. And God forbid a conservative come in and try to tell progressives how to do their business. But you know what? The progressive wing of America for so long has failed to recognize that they are at an ideological war, that maybe you need a conservative knuckle dragger to come in and tell you, hey, you're at war, and let me tell you how to fight war. Because you know what? That's what I know how to do. If you think about your day-to-day life, you actually practice the fundamental tenets of the art of war every time you get up in the morning and do something. You guys are warriors in training. You don't even know it yet. You're listening to radio reports about traffic. You know what that's called? Intelligence. That's called intelligence. You're gathering intelligence about the battlefield that you're engaged in, because it is a battlefield. How do you define a battlefield? A battlefield is a place where opposing forces meet and create friction. If that's not a definition of day-to-day life, I don't know what is. Day-to-day life is basically human beings interacting with one another in a way that creates friction. How do you successfully get through the day? Reduce your friction. The art of war is not the art of killing. In fact, if you study one of the fundamental documents that talks about the art of war, Sun Tzu's the original The Art of War, Sun Tzu says that if you are compelled to go down the path of violence, you have failed. So the true anti-war peace movement should study the art of war, because the perfect application of the art of war means there will be no war. Imagine that. This is about not just selling yourselves effectively. This is about defeating your enemy. And that's where I'm going to leave you with this thought. I don't want you to bayonet people, but I want you to destroy them. I want you to wade into them. I want you to be General Patton taking down the Nazi hordes. I want you to wage peace as ferociously as Marines waged war. I want you to win. You do it with honor, you do it with integrity, but we're past the point of being polite. This is the future of our country we're talking about. This is not a simple game of ego. This is a game of survival. And as America goes, the rest of the world goes. We have to find a way not only to solve the ails of this great country we call the United States of America, but in doing so, resurrect America as a leader of the global community, a leader of a community of nations where we might be supreme in our capabilities, but we are equal in our participation. The day of the ultimate expression of of national hubris, where 300 million people get to dictate the terms of coexistence with 6.8 billion others, is over.